What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here, and we are back playing a Watcher of Realms. In case you haven't already noticed, we have two new champions that have been announced for coming to the game, and these are these two champions up here at the top in our game news new hero info: the Thunder of Winter Elder and the Blade of the Inferno, Arda. And guys, these champions both look like a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and start with Arda here since she is at the top. First off, I want to say whoever runs or is in charge of the art department, guys, the art in this game is beautiful. It's the designs are amazing. I mean, look at all of this. Look at all the detail in this, right? It's so good. I love every bit of the detail in this game. It is beautiful. So hats off to you guys. Keep doing the good work. But guys, let's get straight into the kit. So this is Arda. She is a chaotic and a northerner, which is really awesome because chaotic is a very strong faction, and northerner I think is going to be a very strong faction going forward. I think it has a couple really good units right now, but I think it's about to get even stronger with Falcha being released just recently, and with Arda coming in, and spoiler alert, Elder is a new lord for the Northerner faction. So very, very exciting. But guys, let's dive right in. We're going to go ahead and start with her talent. When performing a basic attack, there is a 25% chance that the hero will throw forward one circular blade instead while restoring 10 rage. The blade returns upon reaching the maximum distance. Enemies take 240% damage when hit by her blades for the first time. The hero will not perform basic attack until the thrown blade is received. So it's pretty nice. She has a very long reach. I very much enjoy that she has a super long reach. So it's going to be another fighter that has reach similar to that of Arrogance, Valkyra, or Zillatu, except I think it's even a little longer than all of them because I think they're all only 3, so this one is 4. I really like that. That's really awesome. Then her basic attack, I really like this as well. It attacks up to 7 targets for 120% damage. That is a lot of damage on a basic. I love it. Let's go into her passive, Unyielding Courage. As the hero's HP decreases, her talent's trigger chance increases. This increase can go up to 30% when she reaches 30% HP. Additionally, each time she retrieves the released circular blade, her attack speed is increased by 50 for 5 seconds, and it can stack up to 2 times. So it basically goes from a 25% chance up to a total of 55% chance with this passive, and being, at a higher a lower HP total. So really, really cool. And I think that being Chaotic Northerner is going to make this actually quite easy to get. And the reason I say that is because Northerners get shields. There's a lot of shields in the Northerner. That's kind of their thing. And so because of that, she's going to have low HP, guys. She's going to have low HP. She's going to get the shields. I think it's going to be very powerful. I would like to see it, of course. Hopefully one of these days I'll be able to get access to the test server and be able to actually test these champions out for you. But I do think that being Chaotic and Northerner is going to make her very, very powerful. Onto her second lethal combo. When the hero deals damage to the same enemy 2 times within 3 seconds with her circular blades, she immediately deals 40% extra damage to them 1 time and inflicts bleed. I think this is actually really, really good because of the fact that it's another bleed champion, guys. I mean, that's I think mainly the thing is we don't have a lot of bleed champions in the game. This is another champion that has bleed. Realistically, every 5 seconds hitting the same enemy twice, I feel like it's not that difficult to do if you can get her attack speed to a reasonable number. If we look, her attack interval is 2.4. I feel like you're going to be able to get her down pretty quickly to be able to have, again, we go up to 55% chance. That's pretty good. I feel like you're going to be able to get 2 hits of the circular blades. And so I see a very good potential of having a Nightmare Northerner comp in Guild Boss. I think that she is going to be a very strong enabler. We will have to see, of course, but it's looking good so far. Then we go into the ultimate. Enters the Frenzy state. Attack is increased by 30% and 15% of current HP is deducted per second. The hero throws 2 of her circular blades every time her talent effect is triggered. This right here basically makes it guaranteed that you're going to proc this bleed. Because it's every time you inflict 2 times, this guarantees if you proc it, you're going to hit them twice because you're going to throw 2 of the blades. This I think is really great. I love this. It does also, I believe it's it's an automatic ultimate, so it's just going to happen right away, which is really exciting. You don't have to worry too much about, clicking it or timing it because it's just going to happen. I would like to know how long the bleed lasts because I don't see. Oh, 5 seconds. There we go. The bleed lasts for 5 seconds. So hopefully you're able to get it to the fact that it's a very high uptime bleed. But even if it's not, having access to a bleed, I think is really, really, really good. And I'm very excited to use her. Quickly go over her awakens. When her A1, I think, is really powerful because she inflicts defense reduction. It is only 10%, but it's nice. It's going to include or buff her damage up quite a bit. Then we go to A2, just a flat attack boost. A3, during frenzy state, killing an enemy increases the duration of the state by 1 second, up to 10 seconds. This is similar to Zillatu's ult, right, where when she kills a target she gets a little bit more. I really like this. I think it'll be very powerful, very beneficial for her, not for guild boss obviously, but for other areas. I think she could have some use in being a sort of AoE damage dealer in places such as maybe AMR, being someone who can handle the ads that spawn, or other places as well. A4, she gets 8% penetration, and then A5, after the released circular blade returns, immediately generate 15 rage. This is really nice because her ultimate, again, guarantees that bleed. Of course, this is an A5 legendary. Very rare that that's going to happen for you. But overall, I think her kit looks really, really good, and I am excited to see what she can do for us. Then we can hop over into Elder, and this is the champion I think I am the most excited for because, A, I love his look. There's just something about like the sort of Norse Viking hammer boys that just, I love it. It's so cool looking. It's so good. That's all I got to say. It's so good. I love it. Let's just dive right into him, guys. He is a Northerner Lord. He is a legendary, which means it's a very low chance to get him. But this means that you have another chance of getting a Lord for the Northerner faction, which, again, like I said, I'm pretty sure Northerner is going to start to become a very powerful faction here very soon. Let's start with his talent. When shielded, deals extra damage equal to 30% of the current shield strength. I think this is very powerful because you get shields constantly as a Northerner, especially if you have him, because you're going to have his Lord skill that applies shield. And you have people like Vortex, right, where if you heal someone at full health, they gain a shield. And there's various other things. There's artifacts that do the same thing. So I think that this is going to be a very powerful talent, especially when you see what happens when he ultimates. That's where it becomes really, really good. Let's go ahead and go straight to his basic. His basic is it's basic, right? It's a basic attack. It does 100% damage, scaled up to 120 to a single enemy. Nothing crazy, but pretty cool. Go into his first passive. Basic attack is a 15% chance, up to a 20% chance to trigger Thunder Hammer, which just deals an additional 200% damage. That's nice. Goes up to 250. We love that. Then we have Thunder Protection. When taking damage, gains a shield equal to 40% max HP and increases damage by 20%, lasting for 10 seconds. This effect can only be triggered one time every 40 seconds. It goes down to 35 seconds, 50% max HP, 60% max HP shield, and a 30% damage buff. This is really, really good because I think that he's going to be one of those fighters, kind of like Abomination, where he is able to sustain himself pretty easily. So really, really love this. Then we go into his ultimate ability, guys, Thunder Incarnation. He increases his attack and max HP by 30% and gains Thunder Aegis. Thunder Aegis is a shield equal to 10% max HP every second, stacking up to 100% max HP. So you can build this guy with a crazy amount of max HP, and he's going to get a ton of damage just from having a shield. So I love this. I love this so much. I'm very excited to see what he can do. This also bumps up to 50% HP increase and attack increase, and it goes down to an 800 cost with a 600 start, which means he is going to be ulting very quickly into the fight. But not only that, guys, the second half of this I think is probably the most important piece. Grants allies of the same faction Elder's talent temporarily. The ultimate lasts for 20 seconds. That means that every Northerner is going to deal extra damage based on 30% of their current shield strength. Guys, this is crazy. I think this is going to be very powerful because we haven't even talked about his Lord skill, which is ridiculous. 15% allies basic attributes, periodically grants all faction allies a shield equal to 30% of their max HP, and all other allies a shield equal to 15% of their max HP for 20 seconds. The more faction allies that are on the team, the more frequently it takes effect. And then the attack of shielded faction allies is increased by 20%. Guys, I am not going to be surprised if we see a very, very large meta change when it comes to Guild Boss rankings. Luckily, Guild Boss rankings is just a dick measuring contest, basically. But I think there's going to be a lot of really fun comps using this Northerner faction between Falcha, Ardea, Elder, and several other champions in the game. And I have nothing else to say. I think it is going to be a lot of fun to play with these champions. I'm very excited. I hope that I can get him. Odds are I won't, but let's hope. Let's go ahead and end quickly with the Awakens. His A1, when not shielded, he gains a shield equal to 20% max HP upon triggering his Thunder Hammer. This is nice. Basically, if he's not shielded, he's going to get shielded, which we want him to have shield. A2, he gets a 5% attack boost, and faction ally shields received increased by 10%. Also good. During the ultimate, increase the trigger chance of Thunderhammer by 20%. So that takes this from 20% to a 40% chance, literally doubling it, which is very powerful. A4, you get 8% penetration. And A5, Thunderhammer deals extra damage equal to 30% of current strength. It's just basically like having his passive but doubled on the Thunder Hammer, which is nice. I think he's going to be a very powerful damage dealer, but also be one of those damage dealers, kind of like I said before, like A-Bomb, that can just tank really, really well. So guys, how do you feel about these two new champions? Are you excited for them? Do you want to have them on your account? Personally, I would like both of them, if I'm being honest with you. Unfortunately, I did not get Falcha. I think if you got Falcha and these two champions come, I am going to recommend, more likely than not, you should summon for them, because Falcha, I think, is going to be so much stronger with Elder paired, and I think Ardea will work really, really well on that team as well. But guys, let me know in the comment section down below, who's your favorite character out of Elder and Ardea, and why, because I'm interested what you guys think. Also, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.